Yo, Jonathan.
So, do you know anything about Africa?
No.
You idiot. So, today, me and my crewmates will be informing you about some things about it, telling you about the health, hunger, education, and poverty. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Poverty. Poverty in Africa is a major issue that needs to be addressed. According to the Water Project, over half of the population of Africa lives on less than $1.25 per day, and the lack of access to safe and clean water. This means poor health, limited education opportunities, and extreme hunger. It is essential for us to craft a script for poverty in Africa that looks holistically at the issue and develop a comprehensive plan of action. This plan should include initiatives to improve access to clean water, healthcare, education, and economic opportunities. We must also address the underlying structural issues that contribute to poverty in the continent, such as corruption and lack of access to credit. By working together, we can craft an effective script for poverty in Africa that brings positive and lasting change.
Meanwhile, Africa's health is also being hurt and affected by the uncleanliness of the water there. Due to lack of clean water can cause many illnesses due to the microscopic bacteria and parasites that are inside of the water and can hurt both the immune and digestive systems of victims. It could even lead to terrible sicknesses or even death. Most dirty water comes from rural places and areas that lack the proper things needed to sanitize water, such as doing things like boiling it, but some people are so poor they can't even afford firewood. Being sick from water can cause issues like people missing their daily routines such as school, work, etc. It can even cause the caretaker of the sick to have other long-lasting effects, like causing the caretaker to miss work to take care of the sick leave and spend money on medicine at the same time, which can lead to families going broke and being left living in poverty.
Well, it looks like it's time to learn about education in Africa. Yeehaw! So, in the case of most African children, they have to leave school to gather water for their parents or siblings. In all actuality, those people who are unable to get water in the place of their children are sick, which is even more of a problem since the kids not only need to get water for their family, but they need to tend to the ill as well. This is a conflicting issue due to the fact that some of the kids between the ages of 15 and 17 don't even attend a school in sub-Saharan Africa, where to finish elementary.
Hi, I'm DJ, and today I'm going to tell you about the water in Africa. A lot of the water in Africa is undrinkable. The main reasons being the low pH levels, which can get as low as 2.3, which is extremely low for water, or the fact that a lot of the water has parasites and dirt in it that can cause diseases. Many of the diseases in Africa come from water, with 8 of them on record. The main 3 being cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. If the water is so bad in these areas, why do people still drink it? Well, I'm glad you asked. A lot of the places in Africa have a very hot or dry climate, meaning the area is hot. And the thing that most people want when they're hot is water. Also, residents need to drink water because almost all living thing needs water to live, especially humans. Even though the water is bad and can give disease, it's not a 100% chance that all water in Africa will get you sick. Actually, it's not that common that people even get sick because of the water. In the case that the residents do get sick, most of the time the sickness is very lethal with a death rate of 29%. But the residents in Africa have found ways to get around this sickness and disease. The main one being is filtration. You're moving the camera. All right, back to science. I can edit this out. The main one being is filtration. It was proven in May of 2022 that every 3 in 5 households in Africa have a filtration system within them to help so that people can drink the water and stay healthy. Speaking of health, let's talk with my friend Caden from the Health Research Department. Whee!